Hello, Gemini, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus. Welcome to your reading. So this reading is going to be for the rest of April into the beginning of May. So check all your placements. If the reading doesn't resonate, make sure you check your other signs and your other placements. And yeah, let's get started. Okay, we have the High Priestess. Actually, I heard no reversals for your readings, specifically Gemini, so I'm going to listen to Spirit. Let's see. Anything else? What is coming up for Gemini? Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, and for some of you, Mercury. Some of you might be writers. That's maybe why Mercury is coming up as well. Poets, writers, journalists, artists, creatives, okay? Let's see. Could also be very, very good communicators. Maybe you're a communications director or you work in communications in general. PR, advertising, marketing as well. I seem to be channeling a lot for you guys. Don't mind me. My voice is a little raspy. I'm overcoming the flu, so bear with me here. Let's see. Oh, your cards don't want to come out. Oh, there we go. Just as I said that, we have Judgment. I just heard some of you are making a judgment call with that High Priestess and Judgment. These are two major arcana coming right out the bat. The Ace of Swords, again, communication. Whoa. The Four of Wands. The Seven of Wands. Whoa. Oh, some of you might be activists. Some of you are speaking up and speaking your truth and fighting for something that is worth fighting for, that's just. Speaking up for those that, for speaking up for a cause. Okay. The Seven of Wands talks about standing your ground, defensive energy. The Four of Wands is about celebration. It talks about events. It talks about basically, wow, the Emperor. So yeah, this talks about celebration, talks about events. It talks about, in this card, I want to say, it looks like this person's kind of on top of the world, right? Perfect balance. You may be speaking up about an event or speaking at an important event is another message you got. Speaking at an important event. This could even be a conference that you need to speak at. You're going to be speaking your truth. And I'm hearing with that High Priestess and Judgment, it's going to be powerful. Your words may actually be coming from Spirit. They're going to influence the community. They're going to influence somebody or a group of people, okay? We have the Emperor here. Again, very powerful, strong, dominant energy coming through here. Princess of Cups. And the Nine of Swords. Some people, if you look at this Nine of Swords in this deck, in this card in particular, instead of like in the normal tarot where the person's in bed and they're grieving or having nightmares, this person's covering their ears and their heads and these daggers are just coming at them. And I see a few snakes here. Some people are not going to like what you have to say. They're going to literally be covering their ears. You may be I hate to word it this way, but you may be ripping someone a new one. If you've been meaning to say something or speak up about something that's been annoying the hell out of you, you're going to say it, but you're going to say it in such an eloquent way with this Emperor card, with the High Priestess and the Judgment, that it's they're not going to expect you to be like that. There's no coming back from that. You said what you said, it's done. And I feel like with that Four of Wands we had earlier here, there's going to be a lot of respect for you in the way that you say things and what you're saying. Your words are going to be so important. And it's they're going to shed light on a situation with whoever this person is, if it's a specific person that you're speaking up towards or against, or a situation, okay? There's definitely going to be some light shed on this. The Four of Pentacles. In this deck in particular, this person is looking like they're in an office or some kind of room. And it looks like there's an urn behind this man. This woman looks a little sad as well. Interesting. And I also see like in the background, there is like another building. And I'm looking really closely here. It kind of looks like there's a snake there as well. I'm not quite sure, but that's what it looks like to me. So yeah, snakes, when we're talking about people, maybe there was somebody who was very sneaky, who tried to get one over on you that you've been really patient with, and you're just like, nope. And Spirit is giving you the right timing and the right words to say something finally. Let's see. What else for the rest of April for Gemini, or anything else on this situation, Spirit and the highest good? What is it that they need to know? Take it. We have Prince of Pentacles. Oh, he has a very interesting look on his face. Arms crossed. Somebody's really listening to you and really taking in what you're saying here. Okay. I'm hearing this could be a colleague if this is a work-related situation. Okay. This person could also be someone who has some kind of power or authority. And I mean, I feel like I'm also channeling from Spirit. I'm feeling like this person is really like listening, like hanging on to every word that you're saying. Like they are really, really paying attention to you. This person may have tattoos. I don't see a tattoo here, but the sleeve almost reminded me of a tattoo. But they could be a person who might be like a business professional with tattoos, or somebody who embodies pentacle energy, which again is like stable, grounded, strong. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 10 of Cups. And we have the Queen of Cups. Let's see, the 5 of Cups. Okay, I feel like this Queen of Cups is actually your overall energy. So even though we're starting off with the High Priestess and the Judgment, I see the Princess of Wands here, fire energy, baby fire energy. I do feel like you're going to be coming and speaking from a place of that comes from compassion. And this is why you're drawing in the attention of others, because they're listening. Because the way that you're speaking is so eloquent, but it's also very loving. It's also very compassionate. You're also showing that your intentions are pure and they're from the heart. And it really feels like it's going to inspire people. And when I look at this 5 of Cups, she's looking down at these cups. And this card talks about grief. It talks about basically like regret, leaving something behind, regretting something. This is making me think more like whoever it is, or even if it's like a group of people, whatever, an organization, whatever it is that you're speaking up about, the people that it's impacting, that you felt like you needed to speak out against these people, for example, or against this specific thing, they're looking at their faults. They're looking at their mistakes. They're regretting it. Okay. So even if there's some people who are angry or look like they're not listening or don't want to hear what you have to say, remember we had that 9 of Swords energy where the guy looked like he was covering his head in his ears. It's because they know that you're right. And when you're not looking, they'll let their guard down, and they will be very much, again, we look at this 9 of Swords, like those swords are catching up to him. And when no one's around, he's going to be alone dealing with that energy. This has a positive outcome with the 10 of Cups here. There's a woman sitting alone surrounded by these cups. This feels like what you said needed to be said. It reached the right people. And it also feels like you are actually coming into your power and you're sitting with all these cups. Because this woman is alone. She's independent. She's alone, but she's not sad. She feels like she has everything that she needs and then some. And the fact that she's naked, it's like she's like got all this confidence. She's not even shy about it. She's like, yeah, I've got everything that I need. Like I am good. I said what I said. That keeps coming up, like I said what I said. And now it almost feels too like there's this weight or this burden that's lifted off of you. Now, if this message doesn't resonate, please check your other placements, because this message really wanted to come out strong. I did not get anything else that even wanted to remotely come through as far as another story or anything like that. So let's see. I am going to pull from another deck and see if we can get any additional messages, okay? So the deck I'm going to be using is pretty old and beat up. Some of the cards might be falling apart, but I do love this deck, and it's been a while since I've used it. So Spirit and highest good. Any other additional messages for Gemini for the month of April? The remaining days of April. If you like my bracelets, I got them at Original Botanica. You can also book a mediumship reading there with with me. Search Fatima in the search bar. For my services, I do palmistry as well, and I do past life regression therapy. So if you're interested in any of those services, check out originalbotanica.com, and I will have that in the description box as well. I will also have other ways that you can book a personal private reading with me. So we have the Knight of Pentacles. And if you made it this far, please like, share, and subscribe, and comment if it resonated. It really helps the algorithm, and it helps get the message to others that need it. Thank you so much. I appreciate you. Let's see, anything else for Gemini? We have, I feel like that too many came out. I need one or two cards that really wanted to come out. Six of Cups. This feels like very sweet energy. Okay, so some of you were looking for a love message. This might be coming in right now. Oh, somebody that you have been thinking about or has been thinking about you. This could be platonic as well. This could be somebody from your past, or somebody that you just have like such a good connection with that it feels like family, or it feels like you guys are just very, very like close. They're thinking about making plans to see you. I'm moving kind of slow with that Knight of Pentacles. I don't like that. I don't like slow energy, but that's just me. I feel like that's most Geminis. Let's see. There's a Wheel of Fortune. I'm going to ask Spirit if I want to read it in reverse, yes or no. For this deck, they said yes. With the Wheel of Fortune in reverse. Delays, yeah. Again, like slow, like delays. Like this person is thinking about it. They may also be overthinking it and thinking like, oh, well, what if, like, what could go wrong? Like, what if something goes wrong? This could also be a delay in transportation. I'm hearing maybe there's something wrong with a vehicle, or there's some kind of travel delay here that may even be out of their control. But let's see. Let's see what else. I just peeped the King of Pentacles. This person could be an earth sign. So that is Taurus, Virgo, or Capricorn. I'm getting Virgo and Capricorn energy pretty strong. Let's see anything else. Anything else about this message, or any other message, Spirit? Now, if this isn't love related, this could be a family member or a friend that is trying to plan to see you. And this could even be a friend you haven't seen in a long time, or a family member. And I feel like there's an excitement to see each other, but there's some delays, okay? It could even be like financial. Like maybe this person doesn't have enough money yet, or there's other obligations in the way. Do I read this in reverse, Spirit? They said yes. So we have the Six of Wands in reverse. Damn it. I really wanted that to be right side up for you guys. Let's see what else. The Six of Wands in reverse talks about having a lack of confidence. Maybe a lack of confidence to move forward. This delay could also be causing a lack of confidence. We're wondering like, man, am I ever going to be able to get the ball rolling? Is it too late? Am I wasting too much time? Again, somebody could be overthinking some things here. We have, again, remember I heard, what if something could go wrong? Like, also hearing somebody really needs to fix their car or tune up their car. I see a van. The Tower, whoa. We have the Eight of Swords. We have the Queen of Pentacles. I'm not sure what the placement was for this. Spirit, is this reverse or right side up? They're not really giving me an answer. When that happens, I put it sideways. We have the Eight of Wands. I heard reverse. Eight of Wands. And let's take one more card. I peeped the Hangman. Okay, 3 cards wanted to come out. I'll take them. We have the 5 of Cups. We have the 6 of Wands in reverse and the Queen of Swords in reverse. Oh, somebody is afraid of a conversation. Okay, so, or, oh, look, at the bottom of the deck, there's that King of Pentacles again. They really want to come forward. Okay, this doesn't feel bad though. So yes, there's some fear about a conversation or having to bring something up or address something. There's a lot of anxiety I'm feeling here with this Wheel of Fortune and this 6 of Wands in reverse. Somebody, like, if this is a love relationship or a love situation, and this person may be scared to come forward. They're definitely going to. But they may feel scared to come forward because they may feel like they're not good enough for you. That's another message I got. Maybe they feel like they're not good enough for you. They may feel like you're, like, if they're in the spotlight, they may feel like you're the one that's more in the spotlight, right? Like, it's so weird. Like, I'm getting this energy of somebody who feels not confident enough or like afraid that they just keep thinking about everything that could go wrong. Because I'm looking at this 5 of Cups energy that happens to be underneath that 6 of Wands. There's also this Queen of Pentacles energy here. So let's go in order here. I'm going to look at this Tower card. So this Tower card is showing me that this is going to be suddenly that they decide that they want to actually take action. So it seems like they're going to be planning something, but then maybe they're too scared to come forward. They keep going back and forth in their head because they're a little bit like worried about like how you're going to feel or think, but they're going to do it anyway. Okay. Their fear, though, is self-imposed. This could even be self-sabotaging behavior with this 8 of Swords. They may also be fearing another person in their life. So, for example, if this is a love relationship, or I'm sorry, a love situation, I keep saying relationship. So for some of you, you could be in a relationship with somebody else, or you could be in a relationship with this person and they just need to have a conversation with you about something. But the word relationship does keep coming up, so I don't think that's an accident. So I'm going to say, like, if you're in a situation where you're waiting on somebody to come forward, or maybe you're even trying to move on in this, or you know, like, whatever, like, I feel like you want to move on, but you, deep down in the back of your head, you're still like wondering what if or what's going to happen, right? There may be another person here that's involved. So this could be you or the other person. And that Queen of Pentacles is not a happy camper. We have the 8 of Wands and the 5 of Cups. So yeah, this is giving me vibes of third party. It's almost feeling like somebody feels like the Queen of Pentacles can talk about stability. It can talk about being with somebody that feels comfortable and safe and stable. When the Queen of Pentacles is in reverse, this person is unstable or the situation is unstable. Now, this 5 of Cups is making me think that this person is afraid of maybe pissing this other person off, or maybe they're afraid that, like, if you reject them, like, they took this risk of coming forward when they had this other person, and so they're afraid that, like, you're going to reject them. They could also be waiting. They might also want to see how you feel. And look, we have the King of Pentacles. This is a couple. Yeah, King and Queen of Pentacles. So it could be a marriage as well. Somebody might be married here. So they may be afraid that, like, they may want to leave a situation with somebody else, but they want to know how you feel. And if you reject them, they're going to be like, oh, crap, like, left out in the cold. Because we have the Queen of Swords in reverse here. And we have the 7 of Wands here. So when the 7 of Wands is right side up, it can talk about standing your ground, fighting for something, defensive energy. When it's in reverse, letting go, even though, like, letting go even though you may be afraid. I'm almost feeling like this person's is expecting you the worst to happen, but they're gonna do it anyway. They're gonna still come see you anyway. I want to see how this is actually going to turn up. Let's see. Sorry, Gemini, I lost that part of your reading for whatever reason. It just didn't save. So I am recording it on a different day. So unfortunately, the cards are going to be different. But actually, that may work out, because if it's meant to come out, it'll come out. So I'm going to be using these manifestation, like affirmation cards. I think it might be kind of neat to see what comes out and what messages we can get for you for these cards. So I'm just shuffling them now, and I'll pull about 5 cards for you. There we go. That's 4. One more, Spirit. Okay, let's see. On the bottom of the deck, it says, I respect my body. And I'm going to read that for you. So, how do I demonstrate that I love and care for my body? Interesting. Some of you may be starting a new fitness routine, or maybe taking better care about like your eating habits, even your eating schedule. I'm hearing for some of you, intaking more water, exercising, just things like that, or even just like a new skincare routine. There's a lot of self-love here that I think is going to be something you are being called to prioritize. So if you're not doing that now in April, you may start doing it in May, or you may feel called to start doing it. If you do feel called, just Spirit is saying, prioritize that, because it's coming out here. So we have, my life is a joyous adventure. Yeah, so some of you may be traveling, or someone is traveling to you. I just feel like you're going to be having a lot more fun, especially in May. And it says, what are 2 things I will do to introduce more joy into my life? Things are definitely getting better for you, Gemini. They're definitely looking up, especially after you speak that truth or whatever it is that you need to get out and get off of your chest. And even if this is about like a conversation that you have to have with someone, it feels like there's going to be a lot of joy coming into your life. Either getting some clarity on a situation so you can have peace and move on, or getting that clarity so that you can move forward with whoever it is coming forward. This could even be a new job offer for some of you as well. I'm beautiful inside and out. Again, we have like this recognition of your body. So if you've been pretty hard on yourself lately, take it easy, because stress does cause a lot of other additional issues. And disclaimer, I'm not a medical professional. If you feel like you need to see a doctor, please do. But I'm thinking more about like just pampering, self-care, loving yourself more. I think that's going to be really important. And you're definitely going to feel called to do that. It says, what does beauty mean to me? In what ways am I beautiful? You may also be having a glow up. So people are going to be looking at your photographs more, at your social media more if you have social media. You may do something different or drastic with your style. So maybe you might cut or dye your hair, get a new wardrobe. Some of you might be purging your closets so that you have space for like new additional things. So this could be donating clothes so that you can go on a shopping spree, buy new things. And again, this could be because you're preparing for travel, you're preparing for someone to visit, or you're preparing for a job, or it just feels like you want like a new fresh start. I am at peace. And it says, what is one thing I could do today to make me feel more at peace? So prioritizing your time, I definitely feel like you're going to be taking it easy come May. So if April was a little bit crazy, May is going to be a lot more fun. It's going to be a lot like more lighthearted and freer. I am able to create positive changes in my life. And it says, what recent change has made a positive difference in my life? What did I learn from it? I think, if the first message resonated with you about speaking up, I do feel like people are noticing the positive things about you. In general as well, like if you didn't have to confront anyone. But there's something about you being in your truth and your authenticity that is so rare that I think people are seeing this more as a positive. And those that don't, they just can't match your energy. Like you're a mirror, you're basically mirroring back what they see about themselves. And that can make some people uncomfortable, but that could also amplify other people's positive attributes depending on who you're around and who you surround yourself with. So we have, I feel great about myself and my future. And it says, what am I most hopeful for when I envision my future? How can I turn that vision into a reality? Yeah, so I feel great about myself and my future. Yeah, again, self-love. Taking time to, I'm hearing journal, write things down. You know, if you guys are artists or like writers or poets, you know, definitely take more time to do that. But I definitely feel like you're you're planning something, or you may have an idea that if you put a little bit more love and care into that idea, it might actually bloom into something really, really big or really positive. So don't give up on that idea or that plan. So that's what I have for you, Gemini, from the rest of April into early May. I hope that that resonated. If it did, please like, share, and subscribe. I appreciate you all. If you'd like to book a reading with me, the information will be in the description box below. Thank you so much. Have a great day.